at once. Either you continuously keep going back to each other and you keep going to the breakup again, or you go through it, but then every day that you pick up a mug that they used to use or drive by a place that you guys used to hang out at, you're breaking up with them all over again. And I want you to remember that as painful as it is, these pains are growing pains. They're healing pains. And as long as you're aware of what you're feeling and let it flow through you and feel it, and try to reduce the triggers, the avoidable triggers in your life, and you try to remember that, hey, I'm thinking about them and I'm forcing them in my story right now, even though they're no longer there. As long as you remember those things, you're going to start to heal. You're going to start to grow. You're going to start filling that hole in your life that they left and that relationship left with a new and improved version of yourself, with new and exciting things. It's so common for us to, and normal for us to, think about the good things when a relationship ends and to think about what we're losing. But I want you to try to remember that it's important to start rewiring your brain in these moments. So rather than just thinking about the good of them, try to remember all the things, all the reasons that it didn't work out. And maybe think about the bad that came with the good, or if there wasn't necessarily bad, think about all the reasons why the relationship ended to begin with. And rather than thinking about all the things that you're losing, think rather about all the things that you're gaining. Maybe you're gaining more sleep instead of arguing all the time. Maybe you're gaining more peace instead of always feeling unsettled. Maybe you're gaining a future with someone that is more aligned with you and your morals and your beliefs. Maybe you're gaining more alignment with yourself because you knew you were betraying yourself in being with this person. I want you to try to rewire your brain in those moments and realize, hey, this is a perfectly normal thing I'm doing and remembering the good. But let me try in these moments as hard as I can to choose myself rather than choose them, and focus on my healing, and to remember what I'm gaining, and to remember the reasons why I had to walk away, because this is what fighting for my future self needs looks like, as opposed to just leaning into what my present self may want. You are beyond strong. You are so, so, so capable of handling all of this that you're feeling. And I know how painful it is to go to sleep at night and miss them. I know how painful it is to wake up in the morning and feel sick to your stomach, because that reality is no longer a reality. You have a new reality to face. But I want you to remember that you can handle this. There is healing on the other side of this. And it's your choice whether you just go through it or you grow through it. And I promise you that